Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is straight out of Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we have episode 16 of the Detroit Pistons Association, and I'm thinking about different options for a backup point guard in Isaiah. Instead of Isaiah Cannon, maybe a pass-first type of guy. I'm a lot more of a pass-first type of player, so it might be better to have a guy like Jose Calderon, for instance, who's really doing well as a backup for the Toronto Raptors in real life. And you've seen a few ideas here, Jerebko and Cannon. So Calderon's a little bit older, but I think he might benefit us a little bit more than Cannon. I don't know. We'll see. I'm always throwing out trade ideas to you guys. I'm going to have some more even in the next episode. Now, based off of the comments in yesterday's episode of the Detroit Pistons Association, a couple of you guys wanted Parsons, a couple of you guys wanted Barnes. I think you should watch what Parsons does in this game. I think what this game did was let me know that if I need to, I can go to Parsons. It's not that he's going to give me a lack of something. I think it's just that maybe I don't use him enough. Maybe I don't go to him enough is why I kind of thought he was underperforming. But you'll see in this game that when I give Parsons the ball, he can really stand out. He's pretty athletic. You know, he can obviously get to the rim. He's a very good shooter. He has the spot-up shooter signature skill, so that's always good to see. But anyway, we are going up against the New York Knicks in this gameplay in Madison Square Garden. And this should be a tough game. The Knicks, obviously one of the best teams in real life right now, and they're pretty deadly in 2K. They can hit a lot of threes. They have a good shooting guard in Iman Shumpert. He's a lockdown defender. You know, a guy I'd love to look at in the future. I've been looking at a few trade ideas for Rodney Stuckey too. I'll probably have some more in the next episode. One of them includes Avery Bradley, and I haven't actually checked out an idea for Iman Shumpert. But both Bradley and Shumpert are two young shooting guards who are, pretty athletic. They're lockdown defenders, which is something I'm looking for. So, if we decide not to re-sign Stuckey in the offseason, maybe, we might want to look at a trade before the trade deadline comes, because the trade deadline is coming up pretty soon. But you can see this was Chandler Parsons' night. He got it going early. I let the computer run the plays, and it ran a few plays for Parsons early. A lot of off-ball screens. You can see two back-to-back plays. Pretty much the same ones. This one, Parsons is going to drive in and get the tough layup. But he really came out, and he was hot. And I rode him for a while. And when I realized that he wasn't cooling off anytime soon, I really rode him for a lot of the game. I mean, this was Chandler Parsons' big night. He had an incredible game. You're going to see, though, struggling to cover Carmelo right there. But you can see Stuckey's going to miss this three. And Joel Friedland on the boards gives it to Iman Shumpert, who's on the break, and just terrible defense there. And, Shumpert, like I said, if he comes back from his ACL injury and is as good as he was, before it, he doesn't lose anything in terms of athleticism or anything like that, or his defense, and I think he's going to be a great player in the NBA someday. I really think that the Knicks got a steal with him in, the 17th overall pick or something. But Parsons, once again, on the fast break, sizes up Dominique McGuire, takes him to the hoop, and he really, he can dunk from pretty far away. He doesn't have posterizer. He's not going to posterize anybody, but he can jump from pretty far, which I really like about Parsons. So, finding them once again, Melo on him. He gets double-teamed, and Parsons is a decent passer. Real life, I don't know exactly how many assists he gets, but he gets like 3 or 4 a game, I'm pretty sure. So he's a decent passer. He got double-teamed a lot tonight, so he ended up with a couple more assists than he probably does on a regular basis. But Chris Douglas-Roberts with the nice spin layup there, and now Pierre Jackson in the game is going to find Pablo Prigioni, the 35-year-old rookie, now 36-year-old second-year man from Argentina, I believe. But, really good to see. I like Prigioni in real life. But Raymond Felton, a guy who I think has been an X-factor for the Knicks' success in real life. It seems like when he hits his shots, they really start to do well. When he has those games where he shoots 3 of 15 are the games when they start to struggle. But look at this crazy layup by Shabazz Muhammad. We'll take a few more looks at this one. It goes up, kind of goes under and in between Amari and Melo, and somehow got this to go in. I don't even understand how. We'll take a look at it from one other angle, kind of a baseline angle. But look at this. Goes, oh, that was dirty right there. That was the craziest shot I've seen in 2K13 so far. And, I thought that was pretty nuts. Thought I would show you guys a cool replay of it. But anyway, Cody Zeller now brings the ball up, and you see who's trailing, Chandler Parsons. And Parsons has a pretty quick release, so, it's good to find him on fast breaks. And even right here, he was able to release that before Melo was able to close out. So that's good to see. It's one thing I really like about Parsons. And now we're calling for a screen here from Dwight Howard. Brandon Knight's going to try and cut back, but he finds himself wide open for three, and Brandon Knight has turned himself into quite the sharpshooter, at least in this association, so definitely going to be looking for him. And once again, Knight catches it and is going to take the mid-range J right there. So he's got 9 points and 6 assists so far. He's really become a very solid pass-first point guard for us. And look at this mismatch. Steve Novak trying to cover Dwight Howard. You know that's not going to happen. We're really starting to pull away here. I heard it said pretty well when I can't remember who said it, but it was about the Knicks are built as a team to beat the Eastern Conference. Beat the Miami Heat, beat teams who run small forwards at the 4, play small, shoot threes. And I think I've almost built my team more like a Western Conference team, whereas we have the Twin Towers down low, very similar to the Spurs, well, not the Spurs, but the Lakers and the Grizzlies and the Clippers, both with solid 4s and 5s. So, we're able to beat teams like the Heat and the Knicks because we have mismatches at the 4. And we definitely took advantage of that. We took advantage of our big men just being better than them. And obviously Chandler Parsons having a crazy night. But anyway, this half-court shot, unlike the last episode, is not going to fall. So we end up going into the half up 55-40. Chandler Parsons, definitely the story of the first half. But trust me, it's only going to get better from here. He was going to absolutely go off in the second half. I really started to look for him. You can see, watch this. I did this a little bit intentionally. I tried to run run Parsons' man off of Brandon Knight, getting the post there. And Parsons is able to hit the mid-range now. He's bringing the ball up, and you can't leave him open, even though he is a spot-up shooter, really. Although he's going to miss that one. And actually, he's a guy who really is a spot-up shooter. He's not that type of guy who can kind of take a one-dribble pull-up. As you can see, he hits the deep three there. And people are probably going to accuse me of, oh, you should have spread the ball out more. You should have, not used Parsons so much. But why would I not hit him there for the open three on the fast break? I mean, Chandler Parsons by no means is an overpowered player. It's not like I'm playing online and I'm taking KD, isoing the ball, and having him, create some space for himself and hit a three. Parsons was open all game, and Parsons was hot all game. Yeah, here I called an ISO for him. That's because I was confident with him the entire game. So, I don't know if people are going to think I'm cheesing or whatever, but I'm really not. I'm just looking for the open guy, and I'm riding Parsons a little bit, especially when I get to the fourth quarter. As you can see, once he starts getting doubled, too, he's finding open men on those double teams, or off those doubles, I should say. But, yeah, I'm looking for the open man, and there was Parsons a lot tonight, and I was very happy about that. But anyway, you can see Tyson Chandler gets a nice dunk there, but at this point, we're up by 20 points. We've really pulled away. We had a really big run in the second quarter, and after that, it was pretty much over from there. No, with the way Parsons was shooting tonight, it's not even that he was just taking so many shots. It's that he ended up shooting 65 or 70% this game. And when he gets the double right there, instead of passing that one off, he decides to drive to the rim. And once again, he's just open on these fast breaks, and I was confident with him all night. He has a quick release, like I said before, so it's hard for people to close out on him in time to, kind of defend that shot. He also has spot-up shooter, so his shots, when he catches it like that off a pass, are going to go in at a higher percent than usual. And, like I said, Parsons is athletic. He can get to the rim. You can see he's going to get by Tyson Chandler here and go in for the nice dunk. So the combination of his three-point shooting and his athletic ability to get to the rim, really nice to see. Once again, Parsons is open. I'm not going to not shoot it with him. And I'm definitely going to be looking for him more often now than I was in previous games. I think he was really the fifth option on offense in our starting unit, previously. But I think now I really have confidence that if I give it to Parsons and he has any bit of space, he can drain a three. But you can see the and one there by, I don't even know who that was. Maybe Melo. Oh, it was Tyson Chandler, of course. Okay. I wasn't really looking too hard. But Pierre Jackson with the ball. He's going to find Steve Novak. And Novak, of course, is going to drain the three. It's Steve Novak. He's not going to miss. But this is also going to be the last game I play on Superstar difficulty. I realized after this game that I could pretty much not cheese my way to victory, but it was almost a little bit too easy at this point. And, I feel like we should have beat the Heat last game. I feel like, we played them well enough to win. We should have won that game, which tells me that, Superstar is becoming a little bit too easy. And I will bump it up to Hall of Fame, just like my career. So Andre Drummond getting the nice dunk there. And Pablo Prigioni being covered by Knight is going to give it to Steve Novak, who's going to pick up his dribble and find Pablo Prigioni for the three. Prigioni, man. I love Prigioni. But, anyway, this game is pretty much over. You see we're up by, 22 points. Chris Douglas-Roberts is going to do some size-up moves. Find Isaiah Cannon, the man who we were thinking about trading before. But I swear, Isaiah Cannon's got to be shooting 80% this year. It is nuts. He does not miss, which is pretty cool. And I think maybe we could develop his passing a little bit. We'll see. We'll address that down the road. I think that's probably the least big concern of my on my mind at this point, looking into the trade deadline. I saw like a Jose Calderon highlight film, and I was like, oh man. I should get this guy. He kind of fits my playstyle in 2K. But anyway, you can see dominating them all around. They shot 53%, but we shot like 65%, which once again is an indicator that Superstars become just too easy for me. And I don't mean to brag by saying that. I think I'm just saying. But, really, we shut down Melo. He didn't go off on us. And Amari didn't have that great of a game either. We really forced the Knicks to spread it around a little bit more than they wanted to. Parsons, 63 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and then 3 steals and 3 blocks too. 27 of 37 shooting and 8 threes. That was absolutely nuts. But anyway, that's going to wrap this video, I think.
Big well in the building.